literally in the middle of the NBA finals doing proof of concepts, and I knew from that point forward that was the one thing that I wanted to do. I am Brian McNeill, a vertical business owner for dormakaba Group. I spend my time, most of the time, on the road globally, going around different stadiums. So for all intents and purposes, this type of environment is my office. So it's pretty exciting. Stadiums themselves, when you look at dormakaba and our portfolio of solutions, they're actually the perfect use case, for everything that we can provide. Fans themselves they have high expectations, right? So when they're coming to the building, when they're coming to these venues, they don't want to be standing in line. Whether it is talking on the perimeter, of the stadium, where we're talking about, the first point of entry, scanning, validated ticket, getting them into the door as quickly as possible, to the point where things, essentially are somewhat invisible to the common fan. If you're in the more of the back of house with the security staff, they're having credentials issued, they're scanning on, the access control devices to unlock the doors to kind of get into some of these private spaces. We do a lot of stuff in kind of the premium spaces, as well. You go to your suite and you're using your ticket to unlock a door. We're providing the door hardware. We're providing the strikes that are unlocking that door. We're providing the scanning terminal that's validating that ticket for entry in that private area. And then complemented by just the servicing capability that that dormakaba brings to the table. It's a very cohesive offering that's presented by dormakaba. We've done the last 5 Super Bowls, and so now we've got a phenomenal relationship with the NFL and some of these iconic events. There's a lot of important elements when it comes to security, when you're coming into stadiums. But you go back to this last Super Bowl, literally a week out, or so out, was when Trump announced that he was coming to, he'd be the first standing president, to come and attend the game. It was definitely an intense, time to be part of Super Bowl. But yeah, it's one that, we always try to be as agile as possible and, working with all the parties that, we need to on any given event. That is the strengths that come with dormakaba. The one thing that I'm really looking forward to is next year. I've never been part of the World Cup. So, I'll have kind of my first, direct exposure with, some of the World Cup matches, that are coming to the States. I am definitely a sports fan. I grew up playing sports my entire life. If you would have 20-something years ago told me I'd be working in this environment, I would have thought you were completely crazy. But now it's one of these things where, yeah, I'm so deep into this and I'm so passionate about it that, it's something I would not change for the life of me.